Hello, my beautiful master manifestors. How are we doing today? Welcome to Refine You. Yes. If you are new here, my name is Alicia Bradley. I am a mindset and manifestation coach, and I'm here to help you naturalize everyday miracles, making conscious creation and deliberate manifestation an everyday lifestyle. Are you with me? Let's get it. I'm assuming you are because you're here. So let's go. If you are looking to understand my vibe, my flow, look at all of the archived videos. You can start from the beginning and binge watch if you want to. You can check out my activations playlist up here. These activations are designed to help you activate yourself, mind, body, and spirit to get you into that flow, into that end state that you want to be in order to manifest your desired results. It does require you to quantum shift, quantum jump, quantum leap, whatever you want to call it, time hop to that space and time internally where you are experiencing that desired goal that you have in mind. That is the key to manifesting what you want. And we're going to talk about that today because I feel like I've obviously talked about this in my previous videos, but we need a refresher. Because I'm seeing a lot of comments, not only in YouTube, but in my Facebook group, where you all seem to kind of forget the formula here, all right? We need to remember the formula. And if you do want to see my video on the 4-step formula to manifesting anything you want in your life, check that out here. I made a whole video just on this. But let's recap today. I'm getting a lot of feedback from people saying, ooh, this is not happening right now. How do I make this happen? Or how do I get my SP? And for those of you who don't know what SP is, that's specific person. How do I get my specific person to act a certain way or to be the certain way with me or to want me or to let go of third party or to do whatever, right? How do I get these things in my life? How do I get this money? How do I get this? You asking that question, how do I get something that I don't currently have right now? How do I make something happen that I am observing in my reality right now that is not here? That is the problem, you guys. That's the problem right there. You are forgetting that manifestation involves you being in that state now. It involves you choosing that reality where you already have that thing in this moment. Non-negotiable, not wavering from it, none of that. You are making a choice now in this moment to be in the state where you actually have this thing, or you are actually this version of yourself that you want to be, or that SP is this version of themselves that you want them to be, etc., etc., etc. And I'm seeing a lot of choosing to not be in that state, but to distance ourselves from that state, to make that reality far out in the future distance over here, and you're trying to access it, you're trying to grab it, you're trying to make it happen. And this experience right here is why you're reaching. It feels like there's a reach. It feels like it's not within your reach because you are literally choosing for it to not be within your reach. Having what you want is an internal state. It is a vibrational state. It starts and ends there. Nothing else needs to happen. In order for you to materialize it in 3D form, you have to observe it internally, vibrationally. What do I mean by observe it? I mean, you focus your attention, your thoughts, your affirmations, your focus on that thing being a reality in the now. You have to get delusional. And we need to remind ourselves of this because this is the only thing you have to do. And there are plenty of techniques that can help you do this. There are plenty of ways you can get yourself in that state. People script, people visualize. I have activations. Here's my video on how to do an activation. It literally gets you in the state, in the moment where you are vibrating in that space and time, which we know is just an illusion anyway. You are not distanced from this thing. The future can be now. The future is now if you make it now, if you grab it and bring it into this moment right now. This will help you all so much with the frustrations that you're experiencing. And this will also help you not take into consideration what's going on in your 3D circumstances because it's completely irrelevant to what you are, to what you are choosing to be. Do you understand? So let's come up with an example. Say you want a certain amount of money. and you are trying to manifest this money, and you are trying to get this money into your 3D, but yet internally you are in a state where you feel like you don't have the money, you are impoverished, you are in debt, you don't have the money to pay these bills. You can feel that vibrationally. It feels like you can tap into the sensations within your body. So when we say vibrationally, what I mean is the sensations, the vibrational cellular activity that's going on, the sensations that's going on in your body. Emotions elicit very specific sensations. And if you get quiet enough, and if you get observant enough in what's happening in your body, because your body communicates to you a lot quicker than your mind does, and it's a lot more accurate with the information it is communicating to you, by the way. That's a side note. If you want to know what's really going on in yourself, in your internal vibrational state, listen to your body. Do not listen to the words that are spewing out of your mind, okay? Because the thoughts, they could totally contradict what's happening in your body. But if you really want to understand how far off you are from the state that you want to be in, tap into your body. So for that example of you wanting a specific amount of money, is your body communicating to you that you actually have that money? Does your body feel just nourished, secure, stabilized? Do you feel that experience in your body? If not, then it's time for you to make the choice now that you actually are secure, stabilized. You got exactly what you need for what you need. You have no need for anything. You feel it in your body. This is something that you can instantaneously bring about in your body. Your body follows what you tell it to do. So it starts with your choice, with your decision on what are you going to tell your body is happening in this moment. And you can do this on a moment-to-moment basis. You don't have to be sitting in this state of not having what you want if you don't want to. I think many of us, number one, are addicted to this feeling of not having enough, not having our manifestation, always feeling like we have to work, we have to earn it, we have to do stuff, do more, instead of making that very clear decision in this moment to say, you know what? I got what I need. I have that money. This is a decision I'm making right now. Internally, I am choosing to know that this money is here with me right now, and elicit that feeling in your body. Again, you can do whatever it is that you need to do to get into that state. I love my activation because to me, when you do that, it activates it in the moment, and I can feel it on a vibrational level in my body, and I can feel the thing happening. And it actually feels really good. And it takes away the situations that are going on around you in your 3D. Like, it literally takes your focus away from that, and you will start to get addicted to the good feeling in your body that you are eliciting with your own observation, with your own choice, and with your own declaration that in this moment, I am choosing to feel secure, to feel like I don't need for anything, to feel like everything in my life is taken care of. It is a choice. But back to the addiction. I don't necessarily know if it's an addiction or a habit, or if we're addicted to the habit, or if the habit is so embedded in us that we feel like we are stuck in it. Whatever it is, we need to kick the habit, we need to kick the addiction, and we need to choose to feel good and get addicted to the good feeling internally. But if you make the choice in this moment to say, I am tired of feeling this way, I'm tired of feeling in lack, I'm tired of feeling like I don't have what I want, I'm tired of feeling like everything I want is so distanced and far away from me, I am sick and tired of it, I'm going to choose the opposite. I'm going to actually choose to feel good in this moment. And on top of that, I know that this choice not only just feels good in the moment, but this is actually the secret to manifesting what I want. And on top of that, it's good for my body, it's good for my mind, it's good for my spirit. Like, it's good on so many levels. Why wouldn't I do this? Why wouldn't I choose this? So what are you going to choose right now? You get to decide. You literally get to decide in this moment right now. What are you going to choose to feel? What are you going to tell your brain is actually happening internally in you? Because the state that you need to be in is all about what's happening internally. It has nothing to do with what's going on around you. Many of us are very reactive to our 3D. Many of us look around and then we react, and then that's what we tell our brain, and that's what we tell our body. And that is why our body's reacting in this unfavorable way, where we feel on edge, we feel like, oh, insecure, we're not feeling good, because we are looking outwards and reacting to what we see out here. But remember, manifestation is not about looking outwards and believing what we see outwards. We have to make a choice in every moment of every day until it becomes a new habit, until it becomes your new addiction, and until you just naturally by default do this. We have to make a decision to say, you know what, I'm not going to look outward and react. I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to proactively create the state in me now. So you ask, well, how do you do that? How do you just do that? It's not that easy, but it really is. It really is. If you ask yourself right now, say you have a specific person, because I'm beginning a lot of video requests about specific person. I've been kind of skipping over those lately because I wanted to get to the other video requests, but in the future videos that I make, I will be addressing those specific person questions. But let's use this example. Your specific person may not be talking to you right now. They may not be within close proximity. They may not feel accessible to you because they told you they're not accessible, but what they say doesn't matter. Remember, it doesn't matter. We're not reacting to what they say. But in the event that you and your SP are not in communication right now during this time, during this holiday season, which I know can be very triggering for many of you, because holidays are supposed to be connectedness and togetherness and love and bonding, and maybe you are not experiencing that right now in the 3D. So you are feeling deprived of love, you are feeling lonely, you are feeling sad. Everywhere you look, you feel like, oh my gosh, it's a reminder that my SP is not with me. It's a reminder that my SP does not want me right now. What am I to do? And there's literally something in your body that is reacting to that. And in that headspace, your body is reacting to that. Your body is feeling deprived of love. And when we feel lovelessness within our body, it is not good vibrationally at all, is it? It just doesn't feel good. It feels bad. And so now you're trying to avoid thoughts of SP. You're trying to avoid these feelings of love and connection and bonding and intimacy because you don't want to remind yourself that it's not happening right now. So instead of you actually leading into the feeling of love and intimacy and connectedness and bonding with your SP, you're avoiding those feelings and you're telling yourself it's not here right now, so I'm not allowed to feel that because I don't want to get sad. And you are doing the opposite of what you should be doing when it comes to manifesting connectedness with your SP. So if this is your specific example that you resonate with right now, try this. Instead of avoiding thoughts of SP, how about instead you think of all of the lovely moments you had with SP? Think about the times where your SP is caressing you and touching you and whispering in your ear, telling you they love you, and feel that, just the pumping of your heart. Feel it. Feel how deep it goes into your heart. Feel your heart opening up. Allow yourself to experience SP at their most prime, optimal version of themselves. And I know you have memories of this, or else you wouldn't be thinking about SP right now. I know you have memories of this love and connectedness with SP. Think about that. Allow your body to react to that love that you experience with SP. Instead of assuming that if you think about it, you're actually going to feel worse because you're going to miss SP more, don't do that. Instead say, you know what? I'm going to activate my body as if it's happening right now, as if SP is here right now, hugging me, touching me, kissing me, making love to me, or whatever it is. Allow yourself to open up to these thoughts. Watch your body react in a very sensual, excited, happy way. Watch your body feel the love. Watch yourself vibrationally actually open up, just like a flower. Open up to this love. This is the secret to manifesting, because you are now thinking thoughts that are eliciting this response vibrationally in your body, and you are telling your mind that it's actually happening and you have access to this because you do. The only thing in your mind that's telling you that you don't have access to it is your fear, is your addiction to seeing what's happening and then telling yourself, oh, I can't have that, and depriving yourself of that and reacting to the 3D. It's a choice. It all boils down to a choice that you make, a choice to open up to the possibility of this thing actually happening in your life and experiencing that thing, daydreaming about the thing, right? Not saying, oh, I'm not going to think about that because I'm going to get excited and then it's not going to come and then it's not going to be mine and then I'm going to feel like crap. No, actually say, oh, I am going to think about that because that's going to get me closer to it. That's going to open me up vibrationally, energetically to this thing. And it's actually going to call it in faster because now I'm in the state where I actually feel that the thing is happening now. Like, think about if you were to plan a gathering with friends, right? Plan a gathering, maybe at a restaurant or your house or whatever, okay? And you are thinking about, who am I going to invite? Who's going to be there? What are we going to eat? What are we going to drink? Maybe what music are we going to listen to? What am I going to wear? Right? You're imagining the event playing out, aren't you? You're imagining how it's going to feel, how people are going to be interacting, how the music's going to sound. This is an activation, you guys, okay? You're thinking about how the food's going to taste, what you're going to hear. You're activating your 5 senses. You're planning it out. You know it's going to be fab. It's a good time. And you have an inner party within yourself experiencing this thing with your friends before it actually happens. Whenever we're planning to do something that we believe actually will happen, this is what we do. We activate our 5 senses. We get into the vibration of it, and then it just unfolds naturally. But we don't think about how we are naturally manifesting these types of things because these are things that aren't really questionable for you. Like, you know that this specific friend group is actually going to come to your event, and you know that it's going to be fun, and you know what this food tastes like, and you know what this specific wine tastes like, and you know that you can get the wine from this grocery store, and you know you can order this food, or you can cook this food and get these ingredients, and you know you have access to these experiences, so you don't question it. And you're just in the natural manifestation flow, in that creative flow, and it's not even a question if this thing will happen, and then it unfolds. But we don't give ourselves credit for these manifestations, do we? No, we just say, oh, I planned it, and it was just a party, and it was fun, and we had a good time. That's a manifestation. That's exactly how manifestations happen. When you think about your planning process with anything, I mean, if you don't do gatherings, that's fine, anything. You plan it out and then it happens and it's natural and it's not forced. You're not trying to do it. And you don't question, will this actually happen? Like, okay, planning to go to a grocery store. Let's use a super basic thing that literally everybody does. You make your grocery list. You imagine what these groceries will look like. You imagine what ingredients you need to make certain meals with these groceries on this list. You imagine yourself getting in your car, getting on the train, getting on the bus, walking, bike riding to this grocery store, right? You imagine yourself going down the aisles, but you're probably not even aware. You're not like sitting and doing a visualization like, going down the aisles. Like, you're not doing all that because it's such a natural flow for you. It's the same thing with every other manifestation. Now, no, you don't have the grocery manager calling you saying, you can't come in here and you're blocked from coming into our grocery store. Like, okay, you don't have these 3D circumstances attempting to interfere with your trip to the grocery store. So I understand when it comes to these other manifestations like money and SP and a job and all these other things that seem a little less accessible to you because you may have active interferences in your 3D telling you that you can't do it, or you're not accessible, you can't access this, or you don't have the money for that, or you're blocked here, or whatever. Okay, you may have a couple more obstacles, but it doesn't change the formula and it doesn't change your decision-making process. Just because somebody tells you you can't have something, why are we giving people power in our reality to tell us what we can and can't have? No, I think not. Thank you, come again. And keep coming again until you tell me what I want to hear, because I'm not going to stop deciding on this thing that I want until I get a different reaction in my 3D. And that's how you have to feel. Don't let these folks out here tell you what you can't access. Do not allow anybody to convince you to make you think that you cannot have what you desire in your heart. You just have to probably get a little more tougher skin, just a little thicker, not too thick, just a little more thicker, especially when it comes to the things that you want that don't have a bright green light. You know, you might have a red light or a yellow light right now. but that's fine. Guess what happens with traffic lights? They change, correct? They go from green to yellow to red, back to green again. And that's the same thing that's going to happen for you as you continue to decide on what you want. So like I said, it's up to you to make the choice. Make the choice to allow this experience to happen in your imagination, okay? Make the choice for you to say, I'm going to open up my heart to love, or I'm going to open up my mind to this possibility that money is here right now, or is coming right now. Like literally, I'm going to open up my mind to the potential that I could access this money. I have this money. Allow my body to feel what it would feel like to have this money, because that I know that's the formula. It's not like you're doing it, but you don't understand the formula. I know I'm not the first manifestation coach you're listening to. I know you probably listen to tons of others, and we're literally all saying very similar things. It's been around for a long time now, okay? And we are just regurgitating what previous teachers taught us, and we just experimented, maybe a little more than you did. And we got more successes because we experimented in trial and error, and we see that this formula is the same. Just decide. Just make the decision. That's all you gotta do. Make the decision. And I know I get a lot into the talk about programming and core beliefs and all of these intrusive, interfering thoughts. And I understand that if you make the decision, you may get a thought that comes in to kind of sideswipe you, saying you can't get that, and you're not worthy of that, and they don't want you, and they're not going to choose you, and so I get that. I know that maybe it may feel a little challenging for you to just say, oh, just deciding on that, and that's it, and just go about my day. You may have to dip and dodge those intrusive thoughts that are trying to come up and trying to interfere with what you're deciding on, but that's fine. That's fine. They're not bigger than you. They're not stronger than you. They're not more powerful than you. You are the decision maker in your life. You are the creative director. You have God within you. So whatever you decide on, God is right there, willingly co-creating with you and making this thing happen. So any other thoughts that contradict what I just said right there are lies. They're lies. Whatever you desire in your heart, you can get, period. If you feel like you need a certain amount of money to feel comfortable in your life, guess what? You have access to it. But you need to allow yourself to make the decision to say, I want to feel that way now. I want to imagine how it would feel if I were to have this money right now. What would I do? What would I pay for? What would I pay off? What charities would I donate to? Who would I help out? How would I spread the wealth? How would I keep the wealth? Think of all of the things. Allow yourself to actually think it, because the more you think it, the more your body is going to react to it, and you're going to feel those sensations as if you already have it, because now you're contemplating plans with this money that you in the 3D don't yet have, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only way for it to appear and materialize is for you to observe it for long enough. You don't even need to observe it for that long, you guys, okay? But the issue is we observe it for a little bit and then we tap out, and then we observe it for a tiny little bit and then we tap out. And those tap out moments last a long time. And so the goal is to stay tapped in, stay tapped in, stay tapped in. If you find yourself tapping out, come back in. Tap out, come back in for longer. Give yourself a certain amount of time throughout your day that you're going to stay tapped into observing this specific experience in your life until it becomes more of a habit. And watch, you will get addicted to it because it just feels good. Like, it really feels good to experience opulence within your body, to experience luxury, to act luxurious, right? To act like I love it. I absolutely love it. Am I going anywhere today? No, but I like to look good. I like to feel good. So why would I not? I'm going to act as if I'm going somewhere. I'm going to act as if I have a whole audience watching me right now, because that makes me feel like a YouTube influencer, and that makes me feel good, and that makes me feel like I got somewhere to go and I'm important, because I am. You can't tell me that I'm not. There's literally nobody here. There's one kid in this room, the other kid in that room, they're playing their game. I have nobody sitting here watching me, but it doesn't matter. In my world, in my internal state, I'm on a whole stage right now talking to thousands of people, because that's just It just makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I'm having impact on people and I am inspiring and motivating people. So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do what I gotta do for my videos because it feels good. For you, does it feel good to walk around saying, I'm broke, I don't even got it, there's no point of even trying to look cute, of even trying to do anything to myself. There is no point at all, because for what? I don't got nowhere to go, I don't have nothing to do. Does it feel good to not have a list of things that you want to buy with this money that you are manifesting, that you know is manifesting in this moment? Does it feel good to have to penny pinch and to okay, in the 3D, if you have to penny pinch right now, obviously do what you gotta do, but I mean internally, internally. It would feel really good for you if you are manifesting money. It would feel good for you to write out a list of luxurious items that you are going to get when this money drops into your bank account. Allow yourself to imagine, allow yourself to make the choice to go window shop. Go downtown in whatever city you live in or whatever and go window shop. Go into the store. Don't even go to the window. Go into the store and look at the items that you will be buying and write a list. Start taking pictures of things that you are going to get with this money that you're manifesting. Start looking up date spots for you and SP. Start making trip plans. Have a list around the globe of places that you are going to be going because you know that you are manifesting traveling abroad with SP and all of these fabulous experiences around the world. Think of the things that you are going to do when this experience hits your 3D, because that's what makes it hit the 3D. That is the thing that makes it hit the 3D, is you imagining, you being in the state, you feeling the sensations in your body that align with this experience, and then voila, it will magically appear. It happens all the time, you guys, okay? So I feel like I rambled, but I talked around the same topic because I'm trying to give you all different types of angles to convince you to make the decision today to choose love, choose joy, choose abundance, choose prosperity, choose being that version of yourself now, and then the 3D will catch up, okay? But what we don't want to happen is we are not preparing ourselves vibrationally. We are not in the state. We have no idea what it feels like to be in that state, to experience these things. And then say in the event that it does manifest because you've been affirming it, but you haven't really been in the state, because words alone will manifest a thing. But let's just say it just happens to manifest, but you did not prepare yourself vibrationally at all. Then what? You're not going to know what to do with it. It's going to scare you off. You're going to scare it off. You're just not going to know how to handle this manifestation. And then you're going to have to catch up to the 3D, but the 3D don't wait for nobody, okay? So it's going to take you a while to catch up, and then it could dissolve right before your eyes because you are straggling to catch up to this thing. No, it doesn't work like that, okay? You create the experience, the 3D catches up to you every single time. We don't catch up to the 3D. It don't work. That's backwards, okay? Experience a thing, manifest a thing, 3D will catch up to what is in your head. I just saw something. This is such a random example, but I was watching, you know those shorts on YouTube, y'all. Sometimes I just get caught up in these shorts. And Cardi B was on Love and Hip Hop, and she was talking to DJ Self, and she was like, "You're gonna be so tight because you're gonna see when I blow up, and you're gonna be mad." And she hadn't blown up yet. Okay, this was years ago. She hadn't come up yet. But the way she was talking, she was in the experience of being completely famous and just laughing at all the people that hated on her, that weren't trying to help her. And she kept saying, "I don't need anybody." She said, "I don't need anybody in my world to help me get on and help me do what I need to do. I count on me to make things happen." And the way she was talking was like, she just knew it. There was absolutely no question. "You're too loud, boo," that she was going to make it and be the #1 star in the world. Like, you could just see the confidence and see the knowing in her. And that level of grit and that level of inner knowing comes when you have gone through struggles. So it seemed like she had already been through her own struggles. So it had already been proven to her that no matter what anybody is saying out in her 3D, none of that matters. All that matters is in her internal state, her mind, and what she's deciding on. She had already proven that to herself clearly because she was confident in that. But we all need to have Cardi B confidence out here, okay? The fact she's a manifesting queen. We need to be like Cardi B when it comes to knowing exactly what we want and not counting on nobody in this 3D or no thing in this 3D to show us that, oh, the green light, you can have it now. No, you're not gonna get the green light. You make the green light, okay? You adjust that traffic light, make it green, and then let the 3D catch up to what you've decided on. I hope this video motivated you. I hope it helped. As always, I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.